Hello everybody, so let's go ahead and recap the lesson. So if you were absent, this is what we talked about. So first of all, we are graphing linear inequalities. Linear means a straight line. Inequalities is like the greater than or less than, okay? So we start out with this example. Y is greater than 4x minus 6. We want to graph that. So I said, first of all, let's start with just the line because it is linear. So we started the line down at negative 6. And we have a slope of up 4 over 1, up 4 over 1, up 4 1. And then before we draw the line, we have to be careful. You see it says y is greater than, but it doesn't say equal. It doesn't have the little equal sign. So it's not equal to the line, but it's greater than the line. So to show it's not equal to the line, we use a dash line. So you can see I drew my line dash because I see no equal sign. If there were a little equal sign there, I would have made a solid line. This is y is greater than, so I want all of the points greater than the line, so I shaded everything above the line. Okay, so again, we shade above the line. It's greater than dash line because there's no equal. Okay, now how do we test a point? So one of the ways we can test a point is we can pick any point on the graph we want to test it. So the easiest point to pick is 0, 0. So we pick 0, 0 to test it, and we plug 0, 0 in. So we plug 0, 0 into my equation. Y is greater than 4x minus 6. 0 for y, 0 for x. And I simplified it, and I get 0 is greater than negative 6 after I simplified the math. Well, that's true. 0 is greater than negative 6. So that means the point 0, 0 is a solution. So I go back to my graph. I've got to make sure that the point 0, 0 is in my solution. It is. So it's everything within that region. Okay? All right. Now, why do we pick 0, 0? Because it's the easiest point. It's the easiest point to plug in. Okay? If 0, 0 is on your line, then you have to pick a different one. Okay? Then we took a look at these three graphs and we tried to compare which graph it went to. We decided this one went to graph B, saw line less than. We decided this one went to A, it's a dashed line and it's greater than. So this one went to graph C, it's less than, and it's dashed line. And then the one that was left over was this one, and then we had to graph it, so we started at negative 3, went up 1 over 2. It's greater than or equal to solid line because of the equal sign, and greater than, so it shades everything above. Can we turn the page? And then we looked at a couple others. Okay, so I had, this time we actually wanted to come up with graphing on their own, so I had kids graph this on their own, and they wound up with dashed line, start at 3, up 1 over 1, and we shaded, okay? They graphed B, they started at 4, and they went down 1 over 3, solid line, and we shaded everything below. Now C was a little bit tricky because we had to solve for y. So to solve for y, this was the tricky one, C was. So we went and solve for y, get y by itself, so we went minus 2x. I made it a negative 1y to make it a little bit easier so I could divide by negative 1. And I know that when I divide by a negative, I have to be careful because I turn the inequality. So whenever I divide by a negative or multiply by a negative, I turn the inequality sign, change to greater than. So when I shaded it, I knew we shaded above, okay? All right, then the next thing we did is we said, okay, well, can we go backwards? Can we do the opposite? Here's our graph. Can we make the equation? Well, so we'll start off with a line. Y equals mx plus b is the equation of a line. We know the slope on this seems to be down 3 over 1, down 3 over 1. So I know the slope is negative 3 over 1. The y-intercept is at negative 5. So I've got y equals a negative 3 over 1 x minus 5 is the line. And I want to shade above, so it's y is greater than or equal to a negative 3 over 1 x minus 5. Okay? Now, on the last page, I had the kids write the equations. I'll do that real quickly. Number 1 should be a y is less than, because it's below the line. And the slope looks like it's up 2 over 1. Let's double check. Up 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's up 4 over 1 x plus 2. Okay? Graph B looks like it's up 1 over 2. Y is up 1 over 2x, and it starts at negative 3. And it looks to me as if it's going to be greater than or equal to solid line, greater than equal to. And then finally C, to do C, I've got y. It looks like the slope is up 3 over 4. Yeah, see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, up 3 over 4x, and then minus 2. Seems if it's below, so it's less than, but not equal to, because I've got the dash line. And that's what I had. We had a worksheet for the assignment, so if you have any questions, come see me.